Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. Thank you for finding my channel, and hopefully you'll find something of value here and you'll enjoy the next 15 or 20 minutes. Today I'm going to focus on fire signs. This is a reading for fire signs, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'm going to take a look at the energies for the month of May. We're just a couple of days away from the end of the month, so I thought this would be a good time to sort of check in and see what it is that Spirit in the universe would like you to know for the month of for May. So again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, fire signs. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, now they've been really shuffled well, but we'll just give them another quick shakes. And we're going to ask for energies and influences for May, the month of May, for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay. Signifier. Okay, so your signifier card, interestingly enough, is the King of Pentacles. So with Pentacles, you're actually talking earth signs. You're talking Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So perhaps watch out for those signs. And also, it feels a little bit as if some of the characteristics of those earth signs of Pentacles are going to perhaps be playing a role in how you're coping or feeling or processing this month. So some of the feelings or some of the energies that you're going to see or feel is going to be, passionate, practical, stable, loyal, tend to be good with money. Perhaps you'll be dealing with finances or possessions more than you normally would. And so the next one we have is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is really a celebration type card. It's about coming together, visiting friends, families, good news, receiving good news, either the news of a new beginning or a new project, some new creativity or self-expression happening. And it can also represent news of, good news for family and friends. So that's going to be interesting. You are being watched or guarded, asked to just keep your eyes open for feelings of a lot of choices to make and not a lot of clarity about which choice is the right choice. So, certainly there's some decisions to be made in the month of May, and some of them may very much feel like overwhelming. So just, take it slow, take it easy. You don't have to rush down any particular path. But it seems to me there's going to be a fair number of choices and probably a little bit confusion about which direction to move in. And here you have the King of Wands. Wands, of course, being your symbol within the tarot kingdom. So this is talking about perhaps you people, you Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius, your fire signs, finding perhaps a little bit of time to just reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your energy, reconnect with what you want to have in your life and what you want to bring into your life. And let's take it from there. So very interesting. I'm going to put 3 more cards out, and then I'm just going to do something a little different this month and see if this works and if you like it. So 3 more cards for the month of May for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. My goodness, you guys have like 3 kings sitting here. So a lot of male influences this month, a lot of energies that would typically be associated with the males, perhaps protection, more protective, a little bit more logical, analytical. That those kinds of energies appear to be having some rather significant influence on you, certainly as you go into and through the month of May. And you've got a strength card here indicating that you can handle whatever it is that's coming your way, whatever you've got in your life that's using up some of your energy. You have the strength to do it, and you have the diplomacy to do it. You have a way of sort of accomplishing what you want or getting what you want in a kind of a non-aggressive way. You also have a warning card here about, some disappointment or a little bit of maybe somebody taking something that isn't theirs, perhaps somebody feeling like you owe them something, or you feeling like somebody else owes you something, that there is not a balance there. But be careful, because this card, the Seven of Swords, very often tends to represent some significant disappointment, sometimes some theft, sometimes, people taking things or borrowing things that aren't theirs to take. So just be aware of that. And certainly with all this masculine energy around for the month, it really does feel a little bit like you're not particularly interested in putting up with sort of any crap from anybody. So could definitely be, a bit more of an assertive reaction if things are happening and going on that you're not liking, or you're feeling that perhaps you're being not respected, or not, just people aren't paying attention, they're not listening to you. And so there's just a real sense of almost like sort of not going to put up with a whole lot more for a whole lot longer. That kind of feeling of, I'm kind of coming a little bit to the end of my rope, and nonsense needs to stop. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick 4-card reading for each of the fire signs. So I'm going to start with Aries, and we're just going to narrow this down a little bit and see what the universe and spirit have to say for the sign of Aries. And we'll just do a quick little spread here, and I'm going to cut the deck just in half, and we'll see what we see. Okay, so there's a lot of communications going on, a lot of maybe the beginning of some talks or some negotiations, perhaps a new idea, a new enterprise sort of taking off. The Ace of Swords tends to talk about, being very logical and analytical. It's about communications, opening up venues of communications, opening up perhaps the number, opening up the circle of people that you communicate with. But there's definitely going to be some sort of new beginning type of communication going on this month for Aries. You also have the Ten of Swords here, which is very typically indicative of somebody who is kind of at they're kind of done. You feel as if there has been advantage taken, or you have been attacked, or you have kind of come to the end of the line with a certain situation. And there does seem to be a sort of a willingness to just walk away. Sort of like, I've been hurt enough, or I'm not going to keep on subjecting myself to sort of this kind of energy. And I really am prepared to walk away. And the final card is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is or the Eight of Pentacles. So this is talking about, learning new skills. It's the Apprentice card, literally. So it is about work in exchange for, typically money. It is about perhaps dusting off an old skill, or perhaps taking on a new skill, something that you have always wanted to do, or something that just has recently taken your interest. So kind of the way I'm reading this, if I needed to put it into a couple of sentences, would literally boil down to there has been some pain in the past and some difficulty in the past, and you are just now in a place where you're ready to let it go and move forward in your life. And when you do, there's going to be open communications, there's going to be more communications, and there's going to be opportunities for you to perhaps expand a career idea, start something new. But there's definitely going to be a process of bringing the new into starting something new, or some sort of a new enterprise. So that is Aries. Let's move on to Leo and see what the universe would like to tell Leo about the month of May. So for Leo, we're starting off with the Page of Wands. So this is, indicative of perhaps an uptake in creativity, new ideas coming out, perhaps just feeling a need to really express yourself, and it just feels almost like a waking up of the circle around you, almost as if you're just kind of spring cleaning and you're getting rid of the old stuff that's dragging you down, and you're bringing into your life energies and ideas that are uplifting and make you happy and give you a sense of accomplishment. So that's really interesting for Leos. You're at the end of a road that you have been traveling for a little bit of time now, and you're feeling really done it. You're feeling a little tired and a little worn out, but I'm here to tell you, you've got what it takes to get to the end, and getting to the end is going to put you in a position where you are going to feel as if you've accomplished something. You have reached a place where you're feeling more comfortable, more confident, and because you're dealing here with the Queen of Pentacles, you are, talking about that which is physical, money, jobs, homes, that which we have in our life that is earthbound, that is, it's what keeps us warm and safe, etc. And because you're dealing with a queen here, it's either, it could very well be a female, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but it feels more like, again, the energy of that sign. So, it's more feminine, it's softer, it's a more nurturing, more caring energy, but definitely some new ideas coming through and some new energy coming through, and shifting and adjusting kind of how you're feeling and reacting to things. There's definitely been a little bit of a sense that you have been out of the loop, or pushed to the side recently. Maybe communications aren't going well, or there has been delays in getting financing or money. Just sort of a feeling almost like things are not kind of in sync. So because we're ending on this card, I'm just going to put one more card down and see if I can get some clarification on that Five of Pentacles for Leos for the month of May. Okay, so I want to say for Leos, you have the Star card clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So this is talking about perhaps financial wishes that perhaps take a step closer to coming true. It can talk about getting some sort of a bonus or a gift, like literally a wish coming true when it comes to your finances or your social environment. So this card really does mitigate this card and say that within the area of, you know, Pentacles, so within possessions, money, responsibilities, practical matters, there seems to be a little bit of a fancy going on here and a desire for a wish to come true. And with the wish card there, it certainly is auspicious of you getting some good news. And with the Page of Wands right at the top, you can look forward to news coming to you, messages coming to you, through communication, through in unusual ways, perhaps getting some interesting cards in the mail, or some interesting emails, etc. So, and last we're going to look at Sagittarius, and we're going to give them a shuffle, and we'll do 4 cards for Sagittarius and see what the universe would like to share with Sagittarius about the energies and influences that they're going to be dealing with and balancing this May. So, Sagittarius in the month of May. Okay, so Sagittarians, you've got the Hierophant. So here you're talking about institutions, government, hospitals, school, you know, those kinds of big kind of institutions. So looks like that's going to be a significant part of your life. This could also represent, you know, banks, the law, you know, perhaps people are moving and there's final paperwork, legal paperwork to be done with the purchase or the sale of a possession, a car, a home, you know, art, I don't know, something like that. It could be getting some go ahead or some clarity from a government agency that you've been trying to sort something out with. But one way or another, you're definitely going to be dealing with larger institutions. This can also represent the church, or spiritual growth and matters, spiritual leaders and advisors, that kind of thing. So that's sort of the signifier card for the month. Now here we have the Page of Pentacles, which is, you know, money about, or messages about money. We have the Fool, which is a lovely card to get for the spring, and we have kind of a stalemate situation. So let's process this and see what we can make of this. So with the Hierophant, again, you're dealing with bigger institutions. The Page of Pentacles sitting here is telling me that it could very well be connected to finances, homes, that kind of thing. It appears to be a little bit more of a physical matter, an earthbound matter, as opposed to, you know, something a little bit more esoteric. And the Hierophant can also represent literally somebody older and wiser or more experienced in a specific area, stepping in and giving you some advice. And we have the Fool card next. And the Fool card is really, really a lovely card because in some ways it just talks about a leap of faith. It talks about some sort of a surprise coming, something unexpected happening that sort of refocuses your attention somewhere, shifts you off in a new and interesting direction. The Fool is always, I always really enjoy seeing the Fool in a reading because it, especially in the spring, because it really does feel sort of like bursting out of the cold and the drab and jumping into something that's more alive, with more vibrancy and energy, and you're starting something new and you're full of confidence. So that's a really lovely card to have because it is followed by the Two of Swords, which, you know, generally talks about sort of decisions to be made or a stalemate where you kind of feel like you can't move in one direction or the other. So it's kind of an interesting card to have. I also here I'm going to pull out a card for a clarifier card to see if we can figure out what that Two of Swords is talking about, telling us. And so this is for Sagittarius for the month of May. Signifier card on the Two of Swords brings in Judgment. So, Judgment is about rebirth. forgiveness can sometimes feel as if can be a little bit of a card where you were making judgments, making decisions based on your judgment or on the judgment of others. So, looks like it's going to be a very interesting month. Certainly the energy overall for fire signs this month appears to be sort of a bit of growth, changing things up, putting yourself first, and moving forward with new venues opening up in front of you. So, fire signs, Leo, Pisces, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. I wish you a happy, productive May. I'm hoping that that what you're looking for and wishing for as we spring forward into spring and it gets warm and the flowers start coming out and there's just a feeling of rebirth and rejuvenation, that you enjoy all of the opportunities and blessings that the month of May has for you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. If you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I'm a new channel, and I am hoping to attract the people who would like to hear my messages. I also do and am available for private readings, and my address is in the little box below, but you can reach me at soulprint888@gmail.com. So have a fabulous May, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Bye-bye.